Hey everyone, Bret here, and today I thought I'd share with you why I'm moving to Trading 212, which is a trading app that allows me to buy and sell stocks completely for free. And you know what? What's even better than being able to buy and sell stocks completely for free is you guys being awesome, smashing that like button, and maybe even subscribing as well. Seriously though, what really is better than being able to trade for free is being able to trade for free in multiple markets, all within the same app. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to share with you the app interface. I'm going to share with you the variety of stocks that are available within this app. I'm going to share the pros and cons, what I like and what I don't like about the app. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to actually buy a stock. I'm going to pull it up on my phone, show you guys exactly how to go through the process of buying. And maybe we can sell a few stocks as well, just to show you how it actually works. And I know that everyone has their preference when it comes to which market to invest in, but I love having the option to be able to spread my portfolio across many different countries, all within the same app. And if you disagree and think that there's a better trading app out there, then let me know by dropping a comment down below. Okay, so first up then is the app interface. Let's jump into the app and show you guys around. When you first open the app, you're going to be greeted by their homepage here. And on here, you've got your watch list. But basically at the top here, where you've got all of these different categories, what's really cool is it's totally customizable. So if you click the little pen or pencil icon, you can choose out of these headings, you can choose where you can reorder them like this by just clicking and dragging. You can also change the view of how you view these stocks. But what's even better is that you can actually add your own watch list. So if you create your own custom watch list there, you could call it dividends. If you're creating a watch list of your favorite dividend stocks, you can customize it in any way you like, which is really cool. But if we have a look into some of these categories, let's just check them out. So we've got US stocks here. I have no idea how they categorize which US stocks they show to us, especially in what order they prioritize these, but there you go. You've got US stocks there. You've got popular stocks, so stocks that have probably been traded in high volumes at the minute. Stocks that are new to Trading 212. You've got UK stocks, which for me is really important and really cool because prior to using Trading 212, I was using an app where I could only trade on the US stock market. So now I can trade UK stocks and US stocks all together, which is really nice. And lastly here, we've got ETFs. We've got a lot of Vanguard ETFs as well as iShares and different options of ETFs there, which is really, really nice. So that's the homepage. Okay, next then, if you click on your portfolio, which is the second tab down here at the bottom, you'll see your portfolio. I've only got £205 invested at the minute. I've got £2,205 within my investment account, but I haven't got that invested. As I said, I'm currently making the transition from Revolut to Trading 212, so I haven't invested much money at the minute. I'm just sort of learning, or I've been spending the last couple of weeks learning how the app works before I do sort of invest more and more money into it. But anyway, let's check out what I have got invested and how you guys can invest your own money as well. So under investments there, that's where you see all of the investments that you're holding. And as I said, I haven't got money at the minute, so don't pay too much attention to what I'm actually holding, but that'll be a list of all of your current investments. And then when you click on pies, this is the really cool thing about Trading 212 that I haven't seen on any other trading apps, because what it allows you to do is create a pie, which is almost like creating your own ETF. It's a group of stocks you put together, and if you want to invest, say, £100 into that pie, it'll divide your £100 into, well, you decide whether you put 10% of one stock, 5% of another, but however you build your pie, your £100 will then get divided within that pie in one go. So I've got two pies here, one called the Big Get Bigger, and this is based upon, well, I've created a pie of, let's have a look actually, holdings, there we go, McDonald's, Walt Disney, Amazon, Tesla, Facebook, Alphabet. These are all the big companies that I believe have the potential to grow even bigger and take an even bigger market share in the future. So it's just a quick little something that I put together to show you guys how it can work. I've called it the Big Get Bigger. And I've invested 62, I think I've invested, there you go, £59 or whatever into this at the time. It's up 5% now. But basically you can choose, so I've chosen 12% of McDonald's goes into this pie, 11% Disney, 11% Amazon. So I've split it pretty evenly. And what you do then is when you invest it, like I said, Trading 212 will divide however much you invest into those companies. You can edit the pie at any time. So if I click on edit pie here, see I can change how much I have invested in McDonald's. You can see the share, the pink share go up there. Walt Disney I can change. And then as you change it, it will actually tell you the average annual return based on based on 5-year historical market performance. So based on how these stocks have performed all together within the last 5 years, they're going to show you the average annual return. And obviously this isn't guaranteed. You shouldn't rely on this, but it's nice to see, especially for beginners, to sort of see that interface and see that like setup within the app is really nice. But anyway, I'm not going to change that for now. I'm just going to leave it. The other pie that I have there is a dividend pie, which I haven't invested into yet, and I just made this pie yesterday. It's a group of dividend stocks which will pay me dividends almost daily. So as I become more comfortable with the app, I'm going to start investing in that one. And what's really cool is, look, if you click on the plus icon down here, anyone can create a pie. You can create a dividend pie, you can create a growth stock pie, you can create an ETF pie. Basically, you can create whatever pie you want. And what's really cool is it's sort of like creating your own ETF, where you can group all of these stocks together and invest into it once and have invested into all these different stocks. But unlike investing into a ETF which is already on the market, you can create your own, which is really cool. So let's just show you how you do that. So for example, let's click on dividend stock. Say I wanted to create another dividend stock pie. So I can click on BP, I'll add that to pie. There we go. Go back out and click on AT&T. I'll just click the plus icon there, Bank of Montreal. Then say, for example, I'm just doing this to show you how it works, but say, for example, I wanted to add some ETFs. Most popular, let's add the S&P 500 Vanguard ETF to it. There you go. So now I've got 4 instruments within my pies. If you just go through, you'll see your pie build up. And as I said, you can change the percentages of each stock within this pie. So if you wanted to favor AT&T, you could put 66% of AT&T. But what I've done here is now create 164% of a pie, which is obviously not going to work. And it shows that up there. So you've got to adjust the others down. So overall, your pie is 100%. And then there you go. Then you can click next and you can actually choose to auto invest or manually invest one amount of money into your pie. As I said, I'm not going to do that. This is just a quick example. Okay, so next then, if we click on the search icon, this is actually something that I'm going to show you guys in more detail about later. So I'm going to skip that just for now and click on the next one. And then what we've got here is manage funds. Let's click on manage funds because this is where you actually put money into your account and take money out. So when you deposit funds, you can obviously, you can set up a schedule here to deposit, say, £10, or if you're saving 30% of your money and you want to invest 30% every month, you can set up a deposit schedule there to do that. But if we click on deposit funds to begin with, I'll just show you how you actually do it. You've got instant bank transfer, you've got normal bank transfer. These are the two that are recommended because you can invest as much as you want for free. The options below, which are to do it direct from a credit card or Apple Pay or Skrill. I've never heard of Skrill, don't know what that is. But if you use any of these options and you invest more than £2,000, there's a charge of 0.7% there. So avoid that if you can and stick to the free versions. And then once you've got money invested in your account, this is how you withdraw it. So if you click on withdraw funds, okay, type password in there. There we go. So you can withdraw. Available for withdrawal. I've got £2,000 in my account that's available to withdraw because remember I've got £200 invested, so that's not available to withdraw. I'd have to sell them stocks if I wanted to withdraw the money. You just change the slider here up to the maximum amount which is available, and then you click confirm request. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't really want to be sending money around willy-nilly, but yeah, that's how you withdraw your funds. Okay, and then the last thing that I want to show you within the app interface here is the pie library, which is really cool because it's basically this concept where different people who have an account with Trading 212 set up their own pies, their group of stocks, and then they make it for the public to view. So I could have set up one of my pies and made it public. And then what you could do, for example, is come onto here, you could scroll down and find me, and then you could see my pies. Which is cool because you can track different people, you can track their portfolios and see how they're doing, but it's also very dangerous because these aren't professionals, they're just random people who have set up an account and shared their pie with you. So as I said, it's good for tracking and seeing what other people are doing, but they're not professionals, so don't copy these pies. If you did though want to copy these pies, not recommending it, but let's say you did and you wanted to copy the dividend experiment up here, you click on that pie and then you can see there, copy pie. You can create your own version of it. So if you click copy pie, there you go, you've got your own version. And if you want to tweak it slightly, so for example, you want to add, he's only got 2% of Apple within his pie, you want to put 4% of Apple, or 6, and then you want to get rid of 2 of them to make up the 100% Johnson & Johnson, see you later. There you go. So you can tweak it slightly, and as you can see just there, I've got more Apple now than any of the others. You can click next, and then you can save it as your own pie. Yeah, obviously, as I said, pretty cool for beginners to go in and see what other people are doing and get an idea. But guys, not something I'd recommend utilizing and copying other people's pies at this stage. Okay, now when it comes to the variety of investments available within this app, Trading 212 actually have over 3,000 stocks and ETFs. And if we jump back into the search icon, back into the search section of the app, let's have a look at how you can view all of these. So you've got stocks up the top there and you've got ETFs. If we click on stocks to begin with, they've got the most popular there. Click out of that. They've got dividend, growth, high volatility, low volatility, speculative, and then you can browse all. And what's cool is that they actually do categorize them here. A lot of the other trading apps that I've seen anyway don't do this. So if you're a beginner and you don't know how to search for dividend stocks or what a dividend stock is, you can actually just click on dividend there and you've got a whole section of dividend paying stocks, which is pretty cool, right? Another way that you can do this if you don't want to do it this way, so if you go back to the beginning here, you can click on any random stock here. So let's click US stocks and go into Coca-Cola. If you want to know whether Coca-Cola is a dividend paying stock, if you just scroll down here under the key ratios, they'll show the dividend yield, which is 3.21% for Coke. So if we click back on the search icon here, we can see all the categories again. And if you want to search through growth stocks, just click on growth stocks. You've got likes of Amazon and Netflix in there. High volatility stocks, low volatility stocks. And guys, I'm not going to go into too much detail about this. I'm just showing you the app interface. I'm showing you how to choose the different types of stocks that they have. So high volatility, obviously not stocks I would recommend investing in unless your risk profile is up here somewhere. You've got Aston Martin, you've got Nikola, which are an electric vehicle company, I believe. You've got Smile Direct, loads of different companies. Superdry, had no idea they'd be a high volatility stock, but there you go. And then you've got low volatility. So these are obviously low risk stocks. So if your risk level is down here, these are stocks that you might want to consider. And if you're a beginner, this is a good place to start. You've got the likes of Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola, and McDonald's. So yeah, some really great stock options there, really nicely laid out, which makes it really easy for beginners to learn. Because for example, if you wanted to invest in a dividend stock, but you didn't know what dividend stocks were, and you didn't have that category of dividend stocks to click on, you would have to scroll through all of the individual stocks, go through all of the data within the app to see whether they were a dividend paying stock or not. And if you're a beginner, you just don't want that hassle. I do wish that they had more US-based ETFs available within this app though, namely VOO, which is Vanguard's US version of the VUSA, which both track the S&P 500, one on the London Stock Exchange, one in the US. So you would think both Vanguard, both tracking the S&P 500, they would perform very similar, right? Except they don't. And check out some of these graphs that show you the difference between the VOO and the VUSA. As you can see, I'm sure you can understand why I wish the VOO was available within the Trading 212 app. You can also trade Forex on this app, although that's not something that I know enough about to be able to comment, but I've read that the fees on this app for trading Forex are quite high. All right guys, now let's go through the pros and cons of this app, what I like and what I don't like. What I really do like about this app is that if you sign up using my link down in the description, you'll get one free stock. And that's really cool because a lot of apps, well, Revolut, which is the platform that I used to use, don't even offer this. So it's something that I'm able to share with you guys. Sign up using the link below, you'll get a free stock, I'll get a free stock. Happy days. The second thing that I like about this app is that they have a practice account where you can trade, I believe, up to £50,000 of virtual money for free. Obviously, it's a practice account, it's free, it's not going to cost you anything. Compared to if you were a beginner starting on this app and they didn't have a practice account, but you still wanted to start investing some money, you'd have to invest actual money. And this is where it becomes sort of like gambling if you don't know what you're doing. And that's why so many people lose money. Setting up an account with these guys is completely free. You don't pay any commission on any trades and you don't pay any fees for leaving your account idle either. Instead, the way that Trading 212 make their money is on the small spread between the bid price and the asking price. Normally, when you buy stocks and shares on these apps, you pay slightly over the market value. And when you sell it for slightly under. And for individuals like you and me, this is nominal. This is basically nothing and it's not going to make much of a difference. But for Trading 212, when they charge this small fee on every single trade that people make on the app, it amounts to quite a lot, and that's how they make their money. There are also no foreign exchange fees, which can save you money if you're investing in foreign markets. For example, if you wanted to invest in some US stocks, and you only had Great British pounds or you had euros, you'd have to convert your euros or your pounds into US dollar before being able to make that trade. So you're actually making two trades because you're making a currency trade, and then you're also making the actual trade for the stock as well. You can also invest in fractional shares within this app, which is really cool, because if you wanted to invest, say, in Apple, but you didn't have enough money to buy one whole Apple stock, you can invest in half or a third or a fifth of Apple. So if you've got 10 quid, you invest £10, and however much that is as a percentage of one share, that's how much you'll own. It gives you the option to be able to invest in whatever company you want with however much money you've got, which is really cool. Now, when it comes to research tools, Trading 212 is actually pretty good. For example, they have pretty good fundamental analysis, which is all about judging the fair price of a company. You might look at their debt levels, their price to earnings ratios, or even their cash flow. And all of this is available within the app, and it helps you determine whether that stock or that share is a good price. If you click on an individual app within the stock, you can scroll down and all of this data is there. Dividend yields for each individual dividend paying company within this app are also displayed, which I really like. Another feature that I really like is that if you click within any individual stock within this app, you scroll down to all ratios and you click on that, you can see how that stock is performing against the S&P 500, which is just a really cool indication of how well it's doing compared to the market, especially for US stocks. Lastly, this app is full of really cool video tutorials as well. If you go to the end and you click on options and you find the video tutorials, they're usually under 10 minutes, they're no waffle, they're easy to follow, and that's a really cool thing about this app that a lot of others do not offer. Okay, now let's talk about the cons of this app. And the first gripe that I have is that whenever I click on the app, it takes ages to load. And that just really annoys me. Now, secondly, you can't transfer your stocks to another broker. So what that means is that if you've had enough of Trading 212 for whatever reason, or you just want to use another broker, what you would have to do is sell all of your positions into cash, withdraw that cash from your account, and then transfer that cash from your account, maybe to your bank account. Maybe you can transfer it directly to the other broker. Probably not though. Probably have to go to your bank account first, then to the other broker. And then once it's there, you have to buy that position again. Now this sucks ass because one, it's a pain in the neck, and two, there are tax implications when you sell stocks for a profit. Because at the time of selling those stocks at a profit, you'd have to pay tax on it. Even though in a roundabout way, you don't even want to sell them, you just want to move to another platform. So if you're thinking about heavily investing in trading 212, this is something to consider. There's also a lack of portfolio tracking data, where as far as I can see, there's no detailed breakdown of it. You can't see your loss and your profit overall over time, over 6 months, over a year. You can't choose that range and see how you've done. You can't see your biggest contributors by individual stocks and by sectors as well, which is something that other apps I know do, and it's really nice to see. They do have a very basic overview showing how much you have invested and how much you've made as a percentage and value over time since you've invested that money. But obviously that's super basic. I'd love to see more detail. At the end of the day, it's a balance between what the app offers and what it lacks / what you don't like about it. And for me, because I'm not going to be using this app exclusively, I'm willing to put up with some of the things that I don't like, because there are certain things that I do like investing easily in ETFs. Now lastly, and the most exciting bit, I'm going to show you how to actually make a trade within the app. And I know that this can be the sticking point for a lot of people, where they may download the app, they may have the intention to invest, but they never really do because they're scared to just make that first trade. Now I'm not going to go through the process of researching and analyzing a company. Just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to invest in companies I already own. And as I said, yeah, it's just to show you how to actually do it. Also, I'm not suggesting that you go ahead and buy the same stocks that I'm about to show you how to buy. I'm not a financial advisor, and any stock related decisions when it comes to buying investments, you need to make them yourself. But for this example, I'm going to show you how to buy one, an individual stock, and two, an ETF as well. So if we jump into my app here then, we scroll down to Amazon, which is the individual stock I'm going to buy, and then we click on buy. As you can see, the market is currently closed, but we're not going to worry about that because as soon as the market opens, our transaction will go through. You've got a market buy, you've got a limit order, a stop order, you've got all these different options. We're going to do a market order, but for example, if you wanted to do a limit order, what you would do is say how many shares you want to buy. Say I wanted to buy one whole share. At the minute, one share is trading for $3,138, which is £2,000, just over £2,300. And remember, I only have £2,200 in my account, so I don't have enough money for that. So what I can do is down here, I can say what price I would like to buy for. So say I want to buy for $1,000. So when that stock hits $1,000 in value, my order will go through, and I can choose the expire. So I can choose it to expire within the day. So if today Amazon comes down to $1,000, it's not going to, but if it did, then that's when my order would go through, and it would cost me £736. $1,000 for Amazon is never going to happen, so let's not even try it. Let's go back to market order, which is the most basic type of order that you can do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the value of how much I want to buy. Just for this tutorial, I'm only going to put in a little bit. So let's just buy £200 worth of Amazon there, which is, it shows you 0.08 shares. So if we do that and we click review order, what's going to happen is you're going to come up with a review of the order type, which is a market buy, remember, the most basic type. The cost to me is going to be £200, and I'm going to be buying 0.08 shares, and the commission is free. There's zero commission on this app. So then I'll click send buy order. And there you go, buy order has been sent, and if you scroll down here, you'll see your pending orders. As I said, the market's not currently open, so it's pending. When the market does open, it's going to buy £200 worth of Amazon at whatever price the market is currently selling at, because that's the type of order I placed. So there you go, that's how to invest in an individual stock. Now let's have a look at how to invest in an ETF. So again, if we go back to our portfolio here, scroll down to an ETF that I currently own, the Vanguard FTSE All World High Dividend. And if we click on buy, again, it's basically the same thing. You don't need to be concerned that the process of buying an individual stock versus an ETF is going to be very different. Both of them are super easy and very similar. So again, let's choose the value of how much we want to invest. Again, let's invest £200. One share is £42.50, so we're going to be buying 4.7 shares, as you can see there. And again, review order. Same details are going to come up here. It's just going to confirm that there's no commission, how many shares you're buying, and the cost. And then again, you click send buy order. There you go, it's gone through, and if you scroll down, it's going to show another pending transaction there. The market's closed, and this is obviously selling on the London Stock Exchange, so when that opens up, that order is going to go through. Okay then guys, so to conclude, we've looked at the app interface of Trading 212. We've looked at the different stock options that they have within the app. We've talked about the pros and cons, things that I like about the app, things that I don't like. Obviously, it's going to be different for everyone, and you might agree with me, you might not. Let me know in the comments if you do or you don't. And then lastly, we've looked at how to actually buy an individual stock and as well buy an ETF. And I didn't show you how to sell, but selling them is exactly the same. So yeah, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe for more. I've got more personal content and personal finance content coming up soon. And yeah, I'll see you next time, guys. Have a nice weekend.